It is the 22nd of the 6th, 2012. This is today's climate change update. I'm going to start tonight off on a link that was brought to my attention a week or so ago. I'm sorry I've taken so long to get to this, but it's basically a wind map. It's a live diagram, and it actually shows the direction and the current of the wind through the continental United States. I do believe this website was set up for like wind power generation farmers to watch and stuff. But I think this is a tool we could use here on the Truther Movement. So I'll provide a link for that, of course. Let's get started. SOT.net, USGS earthquake magnitude 6.0 in the Macquarie Island region. Now that's an island region in between Antarctica and Australia. So definitely deep down in the southern hemisphere. They've got a story going on. Fukushima workers, soon nobody can get close to the Arrivas facility. Now you got to remember, the Arrivas facility is this French company that they said they can de-radioactive the water, uncontaminate the water, and they were just getting the strontium out of this stuff. This thing never really has worked since they put it into operation, and now it's become so radioactive that they can't really get near it. So epic fail on the water treatment in the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. Another massive sinkhole swallows yet another Florida home. I know Florida does get a lot of sinkholes historically. I grew up in Orlando as a kid. Wasn't unheard of to hear about sinkholes going on and filling up with water, and I've been swimming in them. Over to the RSOE. Of course, we have the big fires going on in Colorado and New Mexico. Ongoing situation, and I'll refer you back to that wind map. You can kind of see how the winds are going and the troubles that these firefighters are having containing these fires. Got another big forest fire in Utah, Saratoga Springs area going on. Where was that? We had a fire at the 9 Mile Point nuclear power plant in the state of New York. They had a generator go up. The fire lasted more than 15 minutes, so they had to declare an unusual event. No radiation was released, that kind of thing. It was just a generator fire. These old equipment break down from time to time. Flash flooding in Australia, pretty severe. One of the rescue trucks got inundated, and they had to go rescue the rescue workers. Apparently one of the floodgates didn't close in time, and they were having to evacuate entire neighborhoods and that kind of thing. In the state of Victoria, in the Gippsland region, looks like Cooey-Rup. And that's about all new they've got going on. Of course, the forest fires continue in the state of North Carolina. Let's go ahead and start on the nuclear stuff. The Daily News Fukushima Diary. Metropolitan Police Department seeking the organizer of the 45,000 demonstration outside the Prime Minister's residence. They are protesting the start of the Ohi nuclear power plant. Apparently, tweet got out of hand, and 45,000 joined demonstration against the restart of Ohi nuclear power plant. The Japanese are very out of character and up in arms anyway. Radiation level in subdrain of reactor 2 increased 10 times after typhoon. They've got charts to show that. TEPCO decided to evacuate F1 to hear the sound of China syndrome on the 20th in 2011. The secretary of the ex-Japanese Prime Minister reports they heard underground noises, and that was the actual reactors breaking through containment and entering into the ground. So again, we have 3 nuclear reactors minimum. China syndrome for sure. Radiation level spiked at reactor number 3. TEPCO's claiming the gauge is broken, so take it for what it's worth. Here's a story, what happened to reactor number 4. They're asking them questions. You could physically see changes in the building in the photographs from this story. We have another YouTuber in the community based out of Germany who has been doing time-lapse of the work being done at the number 4 nuclear reactor. So this is TEPCO, in preparation to pull those fuel rods early. Remember, they're trying to get them this year, not next year. They're rushing to get these fuel rods out of that spent fuel pool. And so you can kind of see, I'll attach a video to the link where you can actually watch them doing the work. They're tearing down the top of the building in preparation to remove these fuel rods. U.S. Army was planning to drop coolant into Fukushima plants by airplane during the disaster. Again, they had clearance through an airway, and when the helicopters were up trying to dump water on top of this, and they were dumping seawater into the thing, we all remember, those of us who actually watched. Reactor 4 had 1 explosion and 2 fires in March 2011. This just goes on with what's going on yesterday. The damage it took from the major explosion from number 3 the day before, and the buckling of the building, and what people are reporting, it was already the fuel has caught on fire on that thing. Work starts to restart Ohi nuclear number 4 reactor. This is off the Japanese Atomic Industrial Forum. The operator of the Ohi nuclear plant in Fuku Prefecture has begun work to restart number 4 reactor, following similar operations at the number 3 reactor last Saturday. Let's go ahead and just get to the meat of it. The reactor number 3 reactors is scheduled to restart on July 1st, and the number 4 reactor on the 17th of July 2012. Full operation is expected to start at number 3 reactor on July 8th, and the number 4 to follow suit on the 24th. So they are definitely planning, and they are getting these reactors geared up and ready to go. Finally tonight, let's go ahead and go to E&E News. NHK special: radiation danger haunts Fukushima town. Nurses, quote, "If I stay here, I don't know if I'll be able to have children and raise them safely," unquote. We don't know what's going to happen. We live in a constant state of anxiety. And again, they're not testing these people for radiation. The corruption and the calamity continues. The battle has only just begun. APF, tens of thousands of protests at Prime Minister's residence, 100,000 expected next Friday for the Hydrangea Revolution. Bloomberg, TEPCO cover over number 1 reactors designed to withstand only 56 mile/hour winds. And you got to remember, this is the tarp they threw over the top of number 1, which roof blew all to heck. So prying eyes can't see so well on that well-placed TEPCO camera. That was one of the first things they did. We can cover this one up. Go ahead and do it. And we all watch it waver in the wind. It's just a tarp. Japan government expert: water could get sucked out of Fukushima spent fuel pools by tornado and expose nuclear fuel rods. They're expecting tornadoes over the nuclear fuel rods. China syndrome ? Former Japan official: underground rumblings heard in Fukushima plant area night of March 14th, 2011, caused by melted fuel underground. And they have a video attached to that. So the whistleblowers are coming out, and again, they can't stop what is the truth from leaking out of Fukushima. Enjoy while you can, everybody. Thanks.